I have 6 makeup secrets that's going to help you crush it at your corporate job. Research actually shows that women who spend a little bit of time on themselves and wear makeup have higher earnings and higher promotion potential. Now, I know that statement can be controversial, but I do think that there's something to it. If you can nail your makeup routine, add a little bit of variety into it, I think that shows effort and competence, and it translates into other people taking you a little bit more seriously and kind of shows how you might approach other things in your work. So if you are someone that likes to wear makeup and you want to up your professional game, I'm going to give you some tips that are really going to help you do that. You'll feel more confident, more in control, and crush it at your job. And if you're new, I'm Karina. Welcome to my channel. My whole channel is focused on natural and classy and wearable makeup looks. So if you are someone who's looking to add a little bit more variety into your makeup routine while still keeping it natural and simple, then I think you'll really like my content. Tip number 1 is don't overdo it. Studies actually show that when you use makeup just to enhance your natural features, you come off as a trustworthy and competent person. But when you go overboard and wear too much makeup, it can look like you're trying too hard and can be a little bit distracting. So for this reason, I would say don't wear any false eyelashes. If you do want to get lash extensions, just make sure that they're really natural and nothing that's going to distract anyone from looking at the rest of your face. The goal is just to keep your makeup looking really polished and really professional. Tip number 2 is to keep your makeup routine really quick and comfortable. That's really important because you don't want to spend a ton of time in the morning putting a bunch of makeup on, like spending an hour putting your makeup on before work every day, because that's just exhausting. And you also don't want to wear things that you have to constantly touch up. So I wouldn't wear like a red lipstick because you're constantly going to have to be looking to make sure that it looks clean. So I would save that for like an evening out. If nothing else, just focus on your skin, choosing really light coverage products, tinted moisturizers, CC creams, BB creams, anything like that, just to really even out your skin surface will all be great choices. Maybe a little bit of concealer under the eyes to kind of wake you up, a little bit of blush, a little bit of mascara, and you're good to go. It really doesn't have to be complicated, and I definitely believe that less is more. That brings me to my 3rd tip, and that is to keep your eyes really neutral. Now, there might be days where you want to wear a little bit more, there might be days when you want to wear a little bit less, but when you do want to put eyeshadow on, then I suggest to keep the look pretty neutral, so not wearing like bright colors, because again, it's really distracting and you just want to look professional. So stick to eyeshadow colors that are browns, taupes, maybe like muted peaches or flesh tone eyeshadows, brown eyeliners, maybe black eyeliners if you have like a bit of a deeper complexion or dark eye color, and then of course just like a black mascara. Personally, I would probably keep my eyeshadows matte as well, but that's a personal decision. You could totally use a shimmer in the daytime as long as it's like a neutral color and it's not a sparkle kind of in your face vibe. For me personally, I would probably just stick to neutrals and mattes. Okay, so now we're getting into how you can mix things up. So tip number 4 is to play with your lipstick colors a little bit. Wear a lipstick that's going to convey a certain mood to other people. So if you want to come off as a little bit more passive or non-threatening or like really a team player and approachable, then a nude lipstick would be a great choice. A nude lipstick is a great choice just for a neutral mood as well, so maybe that's something that you just wear kind of on the daily. Another great day-to-day color would just be like a nude pink or like a soft pink color. Might just kind of give off like a friendly vibe, again, kind of approachable, and could just be an everyday great choice. Now, maybe you're doing a pitch that day and you want to give off confidence. That's when I would go a little bit more bold. Now, this can totally depend on the vibe of your office and just who you are as a person. I would personally probably stay away from red because it feels like a very bold choice for a work day. Also, if I was doing a pitch or giving a presentation, I just really wouldn't want to be worried about if it's smudged or smeared or kind of weird looking. So for me personally, I think choosing like a bold kind of berry color or maybe just like a darker pink or a darker mauve, something that still looks more bold on you than a nude or like a muted pink would, but something that you also don't have to worry about constantly touching up. The key really is that it's not a color that you're wearing every day like the nudes or the pinks. It's just something that's a little bit more bold and kind of exudes strength. Now, my 5th tip, sort of in line with my 4th tip, is to have a little bit of variety in your makeup routine. Try to figure out 3 or 4 makeup looks that you feel really confident in and that can just kind of help you switch up your routine. This doesn't mean that it has to take extra time up in the morning. It just means that maybe sometimes you wear a brown eyeliner and then sometimes you'll wear like a brown eyeshadow, or maybe sometimes you'll wear just like a nude shadow with a good inner corner highlight. Just having these small switch ups that you feel really good in. Again, I think I keep using the word competence, but I think it does kind of give you this seemingly higher level of competence. Others will just look at you and be like, man, she always looks good and she always seems to know what she's doing. And I think that can translate into how other people might perceive how you're going to approach everything else in your life. If you are willing to spend the time on yourself in the morning and put a little bit of effort in and really look pulled together, and people think you're good at that, people will perceive you as someone who also puts effort into other aspects of your life and projects that you're working on for work. And it all just kind of wraps up into one, which is why those studies that I was talking about in the beginning of the video show that women who wear makeup might have higher earnings, probably just because they're perceived to put a little bit more effort in, they look professional, pulled together, and all of those things. And then my sixth tip for you is to just keep a few items in your desk at work so that you can touch up throughout the day, or just to have on hand in case of emergencies. So maybe you didn't feel like doing any eye makeup that day, you put a little bit of foundation on or something, but then you go to work and your boss is like, we've got this important meeting at 2 o'clock, then at least you have a few items that you can kind of like touch up with or just add to your look. So for me, that would for sure be a concealer, just to maybe cover up blemishes or just add to the under eye area to really brighten yourself up. And then I'd probably just bring a mascara if I didn't wear mascara every day, just to have on hand. And then, of course, a couple lip products, or at least just one lip product, like an everyday nudie pink that you can touch up with or add to your look if you need it. And then maybe a lip liner if you're into lip liners, just to make sure everything looks really crisp and clean. So if you are starting a new job, a huge congratulations to you. I hope this video helped you a little bit, maybe inspired you a little bit. Right now, I know a lot of us are working from home, but there are still some of us going into the office, and hopefully very, very soon will come the day where we don't have to wear masks all of the time. If you liked this video and you are into more natural makeup and you kind of want to learn how to add a little bit more variety into your makeup routine, then definitely subscribe to my channel. I'd be so happy if you did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.
I know I can be unkind, but you're not always understanding. I like to take my time, but time is what you're all